Hello and welcome. Welcome to my kitchen. My name is Amita Talbot and I'm your Pampered Chef consultant. And welcome to Mrs. Talbot's Kitchen. It's January. It's cold. It's dark. What are you gonna do? Not much you can control about that, but there are some things we can control. And I know everybody's kind of ready for this in January. A little bit of control your eating. We've all had some fun over the holidays and that's okay. I find January a great month to kind of do like a reset. And it helps me personally form really great habits going from month to month. I don't just live like this in January, but I control it a little bit more in January so that I've set myself up good. So I want to show you an easy, quick, cost-effective recipe that can be done in the beloved multi-cooker because it's cold. So soup is a great idea this month. And I'm going to show you how to do kale, cauliflower, and lentil detox soup. Excuse me. And I am going to use the Rapid Prep Mandolin for this. This is a time-saving tool that January 2023, it's on sale this month. It's on for $79. It's a great, versatile kind of kitchen. I don't want to say it's more than a tool. It's not an electric, but it's right in there between. It's a real essential. If you have our air fryer, I think it pairs, the air fryer is on sale this month as well. It pairs great with the air fryer for doing things like fries, which I love to do, sweet potato fries, regular fries, zucchini fries, yam fries, so good, parsnips fries, so many ways you can do it. But it also pairs really great with the multi-cooker for doing things like I'm gonna do today. So I've got it all set up here. The one great thing about this one, there's so many great things, I don't have it out properly yet, but the great thing about ours is that this is a tool that allows you, it's safety. You don't have to touch the blade. You're not getting worried about that. And that for me is a big deal because I'm always good at cutting myself when I'm using knives and stuff. So this makes it great. And I'm gonna show you how quick and easy this can go. So I've got the basics here. It's a super basic recipe. So I've got some celery, some carrot, onion, garlic, the cauliflower, got some kale going back here, and my lentils are draining. I've already rinsed them. So I'm gonna get right to it. Get this open. So just so great this way, how it fits together. It stores great. I gotta get it on the right way, not putting the right one in. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I've got it all in here. Release the handle. This is the food catcher. Because I'm doing, it's all mixed, I don't have to take the veggies out. It can all go in at once. It's gonna be great this way. So I'm gonna put it, you have the three settings. You have the slice, you have the julienne, and you have like the French fry cutting. So I'm gonna put it on the julienne and at the smallest size, which would be number 1. 1 is smallest, up to 10, which is the biggest size. When I'm making French fries, I'm doing the French fry setting on a 10. So I've got my carrots ready to go. And because I don't care, I don't need it diced, it's gonna work great for this. It's a veggie type soup. It's great, and it's a time saver. So here we go. So mine are a little bit longer simply because my carrot turned. But so whichever way, if you can keep your carrot the other way, it's not gonna be as long as mine. I don't care, like I said. I'm just looking right now, it's Monday, and I just wanna get it done. That's all. Here's a trick. If you wanna do it again and get a finer dice, all you have to do is throw it back in, and I'm not even gonna be picky because I'm doing it, I'm grabbing the carrots too, but you run it through a second time, it's gonna give you a little smaller dice on your onions. If that's something you care about, sometimes I know this isn't necessarily what you think as a kid's soup, but you'd be surprised what you can get away with kids. I'm actually gonna serve it in my class because I have kids who eat halal actually, so often I'll try and have a vegetarian meal for them at lunch, and soup in a vegetarian form is a really great way to do that. So I'm gonna serve it. It's great for them to try different things, and don't necessarily, because of the ingredients, think they won't eat it. That is my veggies chopped and ready to go for my soup. So I've got my pressure cooker on, my multi-cooker I should say. I'm gonna put it on sear. It should be on this side. Turn it this way. I'm gonna put it on sear because we're gonna sear, of course, these veggies first. So I've got that ready. It preheats very quickly. So what I'm going to need is, I've got my garlic press. I'm gonna need my garlic press because we're also adding some garlic into it. I decided, again, another money saving tip, rather than using fresh cauliflower, because it's going into the soup, the consistency isn't really going to change. I used a frozen cauliflower. I put it in the microwave, like cooked it in my micro cooker. I'm just going to chop it up with my salad chopper just so that it's a bit finer. Okay, that's the ingredients prepped. So I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil. It's about a tablespoon. I don't measure olive oil, I just do it. Got all my stuff here. Pour that in. We're gonna saute it around. I'm going to add in my seasoning salt, my Pampered Chef seasoning salt, which I find really great for soups like this, just to add some nice flavor to it. I also add my real salt, something that I use all the time in my cooking, and pepper. That's all you're using. I'm going to use a boxed veggie broth. Again, it's just a time saver for me this week. Who knows how much I'll eat. I can also freeze half of it. We'll see how it goes. But starting it out for the week, it gives you some meal prep done. It's great for lunches. I need my garlic. So I've got my handy dandy garlic press, which if you're new to Pampered Chef, everybody needs a garlic press. And everybody needs this garlic press because it is the best on the market. You don't even have to peel your garlic. You just saw me, I just threw it in. And it goes right in the pot with the other things. And there we are. So this is also, like, going forward, this is if you like to do a meatless Monday, and it happens to be Monday. For me, right now, while I'm making the video, it's a great, it's why not? So the other cool thing about this recipe is it calls for lentils. And generally it calls for cooked lentils. However, because I'm doing it in my pressure cooker, I'll need to cook the lentils. All I did was I soaked them for a few minutes and I rinsed them and they're ready to go. I use the orange lentils. I find them a bit easier to work with and I don't mind. I like the consistency of them better. Don't mind the green ones, but these are probably my favorite. Because I'm just kind of sauteing, even though this is cooked, I'm still gonna add it in with my other veggies. And the only thing I'm gonna hold off on is the kale. I'm not gonna add the kale to the end because there's no need. I'll just let it wilt in on the top. So you just give this a nice little stir. Saw how quickly it heats up for the saute. And then the other great thing, to make the soup with the lentils in the pressure cooker, I'm gonna put it on for like 15 minutes. So that's how long it cooks. It will take a few more minutes to come to pressure. So here are my lentils. Like I said, I washed them, I rinsed them, I've drained them. I love this, the stainless steel fine mesh strainer. I have owned cheaper versions and they all rust. That's gross. This is beautiful. It doesn't rust. It's great. I've been draining my soups because it's just so fine. It catches everything and lets your liquid go through with nothing in it. And because the lentils are so tiny, I don't want to, I'll lose them in other strainers. So this is a great one, and it's dishwasher safe. And the way it's shaped makes the lentils go in easy. That's what I like. Okay, so in the pot, lentils are here. Break them up. Last thing I need, broth. It doesn't get easier than this, and like in a time when cost of groceries is killing us all, it doesn't get much more economical for a really healthy meal. So experiment with what your family will eat, because you don't know until you try. And with young children, you have to just keep serving the food, keep presenting it. Don't give up the second, fifth, eighth time. Keep going. It's about 15 plus exposures you want to food for children to begin to start to try it. So there it is. That's 2 cups. It's calling for 3. I can't remember if this is, this is a 4 cup. This is 4 cups. So I'm actually gonna I'm just gonna do the 4 cups. I'm not gonna worry about it. There's lots of lentils. The lentils do absorb a lot of liquid, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I need my lid over here. The other thing I had my pressure cooker out for today was to make egg bites for my class. They love egg bites. Another really great vegetarian way to serve lunch, and egg bites, like who knew? So great. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on my soup setting. I'm gonna do it 15 minutes. And then it will come to pressure. It will cook for the 15 minutes. Then I'll go back in. Sometimes what I'll do even with the lentils is I'll run my salad chopper in with the kids, whatever's in there, just to make it a bit finer. I'll see what it looks like when I'm done, but that's what I keep these on hand for, because they're great. Just go in the pot and break everything up even into smaller pieces. And I will be adding the kale. Oh, I forgot one thing. Let me go back. See, it hadn't come to pressure yet, so I still was okay. My last thing I need to add, the pepper. I want it to cook with that. I also want it to cook with the salt. The veggie broth too is gonna be like a milder flavor, so you do wanna make sure you add half of your seasonings, because you do want it to taste good. And I didn't even interrupt it. It's back on and it's coming to pressure. So when it's done, I'll show you what I do next. Open it up, add the kale, make sure it's as fine as I want it. That's dinner. How much better does it get using all these great tools? But hey, the feature tool this month, the air fryer, and the rapid prep mandolin. So come back and see what happens when it's done. Okay, all cleaned up while it cooks. So great. I'm gonna just release the steam. So we're almost down to the steam being out. I washed some kale a little bit ago in my colander, my stainless steel colander. Also love this one. Also have owned cheap ones, and this one is so nice, and it has a little ledge on the bottom, basically, that keeps it up so if you're rinsing it in the sink. So I'm not going to use all my kale because I need it for another recipe, but I'm just going to grab some of this and put it right in my soup. But like I said, first I just washed off my salad chopper and just make sure that it is, just making sure it's all done. There we go. Okay. So it's all boiling in there beautifully. Grab some of my kale, put that in, and that's all I'm gonna add. Get my my spoons here and just mix it around. You could also, if you want to just chop up the kale, just get that in there for that as well. But it's going to wilt in there. It's nice and hot. That's supper. That's all you got to do. It's money saving, time saving, and health saving. That's most important of all, is your health and taking care of yourself. And so making meals like this without turning over my stuff. There it is in the pot. Beautiful. Serve that up. Another thing I might do is Squeeze a lemon over top. It really brightens the flavors and adds kind of another dimension. So you can, if it wasn't enough salt or pepper, you can add it when you taste it. So great Monday night meal or any night meal. Like I said, great for meal prep for lunches, and great on the pocketbook, on the wallet, or the Apple Pay, or however you like to do it. It's great on those things. So multi-cooker, rapid prep mandolin, and all these beautiful tools. Message me. If you want to get some, I can help you. And January, this month, double host rewards month. An amazing month to bulk up your kitchen and get some of the bigger tools or electrics that you have had your eye on. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.